Hello and welcome to this complete Figma to Shopify masterclass using Pagefly. In this 3-hour masterclass, we will take a Figma design from scratch to build a live Shopify landing page in next 3 hours. I will show you step by step how to download assets and how to make each section with everything mobile responsive. So I'll share with you tips and tricks and also some custom coding section inside a drag and drop and the most popular Shopify page builder name Pagefly. So I will start from scratch, and from that, from zero to the whole page, that is the page that we will be building, and everything will be mobile responsive. This is a single page landing page and everything will be mobile responsive as well. So I will show you how you can turn one of your Figma design into Shopify. So if you have any project about Figma to Shopify, please contact me in my email. I'll be very happy to help you in any of your project. As well as if you want this template to get it plug and play without building it from scratch and use it for your own products, then there will be a link in the description where you can purchase this template only for $5. So you can just get the Pagefly template and then just start using it straight away without doing the hard work. So if you think you need this investment and if you want to see how it looks and how you can use it for your commercial purpose for your own Shopify store, e-commerce store, then you can consider of buying that. And also I have many premium page fly templates that I sell in my store, so I'll put those links in the description as well. So make sure you check those out, and also the best Shopify deal to check out for current month, about $1 for next 1 month. So please make sure to check all the details in the description. So now let's get back to today's video, and then there will be detailed description, timestamps of the video in the description, so you can check and refer back to any section anytime. So keep watching and keep learning, and if you have any question, let me know in the comment as well. So let's get started without any delay. In this Figma to Shopify masterclass, I will show you how we can convert a Figma design into a Shopify editable landing page. And I will use Pagefly for this, Pagefly page builder, and you can use custom code or any other builder. So if you want to learn that, keep with me. And if you have a project about Figma to Shopify with Pagefly with custom code, then reach out to my email. We will help you to build your Figma design into Shopify with custom code, with Pagefly, gem pages, Replo, any builder. But in this video I will cover how we can convert this particular design into a Shopify landing page using Pagefly Builder. So to start the this tutorial, all you need to have a Figma design, or you can use this same Figma design that I am currently using. I will put the link in the description. Credit goes to Jordan to give away this in Twitter. So you can just make a copy in your draft and you can get instant access. Just make this in your duplicate this into your draft, and you can just edit everything from this Figma file. And it has a mobile version. We'll make everything mobile responsive. So let's begin with the tutorial. So we need two things to start this tutorial. First, a Shopify store. So if you have not started a Shopify store, you will find a special trial link in the description. So use this to support my channel. Second, we need Pagefly app. So please use my link to install Pagefly as well, so you can support my channel. If you use any paid version of the app in the future, I will get a small kickback without any extra charge. So let's install Pagefly, and this is the two app that we need to start this task. So before that, let's see how many sections this have. So this is a very good looking website with some option of subscription which we can add as well. So you can see this how it actually looks. So then we just click on install to Pagefly app and we are good to go. So after that, Pagefly app will be installed and we will be redirect to Pagefly dashboard. And I will cover this step by step. So keep with me. Then we will need to go to the pages. Okay. After that, we need to go to the pages and we can create few type of pages. If I click on create blank page, it will ask me what page to create. Is it a regular page? Like regular pages have a pages forward slash something with your domain. If you want to make this as your home page, just choose it. If you want to assign this to a product page design, you can choose one. Okay, this is up to you.
For now I will use this as my home page. Okay, you can change the page type later, so don't worry. And there will be a notification called enable UI optimization. I will click this and I will click enable UI optimization, and this is the Pagefly editor looks like. Now let's go through the Figma design and let's understand few basic about Figma. First of all, we need to understand what is the width that is used. It is for 1440 width has been used for that Figma design. Okay, and if you click this one, same, maybe it's not same width, but we have some gap 71 and 71 here. Okay, so this is very important. Other than that, one of the basic things you need to know, you need to click any of the layer, as you can see, and there will be a frame. So if I click this eye icon, this frame has been disabled because every element is inside this frame. If you see text or any background, so if I scroll down, I will find what color has been used for this background. And if I click this particular text element, as you can see, I can see it has used inter font 18 pixel, and this is the color code for the text. Okay, so I will not use inter text, I will use Poppins and Montserrat for the font and for the paragraph. And whatever font you want to use for your project, it's up to you. So now let's get back to Pagefly. So let's understand few Pagefly basic. First of all, we will start from this section, right? So we have a top announcement bar, the 20% off of your first purchase. We will see how we can export an image, what tips and tricks to follow. I'll cover each and everything. So I'll click this add element, and then I will take a layout. What is the layout? As you can see, the frame in the Figma, it is called frame, and in Pagefly it is called layout. So how many layouts we want to take? Is it one column, is it two column, is it three column? What does this means is, actually, if you see any web page sometimes divided into columns. Okay, what these columns means, as you can see, we have a headline here, but then we have three reviews section here, 1 2 3 column. It is divided into three column. And if you see the Figma design here, the first section only contains one section. So I'll take the layout, only one layout here. Fantastic. After that, we need to click this section. Okay, as you can see, we have a column, and if you see, this is the one of the most important panel of Pagefly. And inside that column, we have a parent row, and this row have a parent called section. So a section can have multiple, a row and multiple columns. So if I click on the section, we have a width section here. So for this, I will use 100 1300. This is the width I will use. As you can see, currently we have this white space in the left, in the right, consistent white space. So if I go to Figma, I can copy this color code from here with Control C, or I can click this and Control C to copy with my keyboard. And then I can go to the section, scroll down, go to styling panel. Styling panel means if you want to give any style to any elements in Pagefly, we'll go to the styling panel. And if I go to the styling panel, I can scroll down and I will find the option called background. And if I click on it, I can paste the color code here for the background. Okay, perfect. Then we need to click on add element, and I'll take this paragraph element inside the column. Then I'll click on styling, and I will first of all make sure, after you take any heading, any paragraph in Pagefly, you need to go to that element, go to the styling, and make the margin 0, because by default Pagefly takes a margin of 16, but it does not implement in the live page, so it create a confusion. So I always try to make it 0. Then I'll choose the fonts from here. So I'll click this setting icon, and I'll go to Poppins, and I also search for Montserrat. Okay, and then I'll click on select. And for paragraph, I will use Poppins, and I will click on center align, and the text is also black, I think. Okay, so if I click this text, I can copy the whole text, Control C. I can click this paragraph and come here, Control V to paste all of them. And this is the text, Control C to copy, go back here, and then come to styling and Control V here. Okay, then go to the section, and there is a padding comes default from the section, so I'll make it 0. And if I click on this element, you can see this is bold, so the weight of the font, weight of the text is little bit larger. So if I click on the paragraph, scroll down, Poppins fonts has been selected. Perfect. What is the size? The size is 18, so we need to make it 18 pixel. And I'll click on mode setting, and I will click on this font weight to bold. Now you will see it is matching with the current design. Okay, as you can see, it is matching with the current design, perfectly matching with the current design, right? So if you think this has been also larger, then click the row. This means this row, go to general, and you can increase this option called column spacing to something like 20 or 25. Okay, to make this completely similar height like this Figma design. Okay, and if we go to the mobile version of it, nothing changed, only change is the font size become 16 from 18. So let's see how to cover the responsive things. So you can see in the drop down we have all devices. So if I switch it to mobile, anything I change, if I switch to mobile, anything I change now will only applicable to mobile. So if I go to styling, I can give 16 pixel, as well as I can use a entire separate background for mobile version also. Okay, also entire separate uh, text color for mobile version, but this does not actually happen. So I can use this section color to black only for mobile if I want to, but I will not do that. I'm telling you just for example. Okay, so we done the mobile responsive as well. You can go to tablet, if you think anything goes wrong you can do the adjustment. But if I go to all devices, if I go to the, you can see it is still 18 pixel, but if I go to mobile it is 16 pixel only for mobile. Other than that, after doing those changes, you need to click on save, so your changes is saving, nothing get lost. So you can give it a page title, a proper page title based on your store name. In that case, we are making a landing page or a home page for a company named Triple, right? So I'll choose it, then I'll click on save. You can give it your own company name, you can give as per your product name, whatever makes sense or related to that individual landing page. Okay, so this first section is completed, which was fairly very easy and very straightforward. The juicy part, the exciting part, the exciting sections coming right after that. Then we have a section with a logo of the company, of the store, and a button, unlock 20% off. These buttons, what is the use case of this button? This will redirect people to that particular purchase area. Okay, fantastic. So now let's discuss this. So as I said, we need to click on add element. Each section of Figma need to get a layout from add element. So in that case, we need to have two two column for that. In the left a logo, in the right a button. So I'll drag this under the first one. As you can see, we have a new section, right? And in the right, first of all, for every section we are using 1300 width, a fixed width, because a fixed will give us a consistent breathing space in the left side, in the right side of our design. If I click the row, as you can see, in the row we have some space in the left and in the right. Perfect. And now let's see how to export the image from Figma. So click that image. Okay, as you can see, this is the image. If I just click the right of this, as you can see, it is properly working. So if I need to go to export, and I will export that as PNG, or you can export that as JPG or SVG, whatever you prefer. But PNG as well have a larger size, and SVG as well have a less larger size. Okay, so what I will do, we need to go to our downloads panel. So let's go to downloads panel. So you can see we have a two logo, one is PNG 5 KB, one is SVG which is 10 KB. SVG becomes larger, so I'll use the PNG format. So let's go back here, click on add element, and we need to add an element for that. The element will be image element. We need to go to media and drag an image here, and then click select image, then click this option called upload from computer, then go to downloads or wherever you saved, and I'll choose my logo. Perfect. And this is how we need to add images into our Pagefly. So I'll select it and I'll click on select. As you can see right now it is looking very bad, so we need to do some setting. I'll click on no. So now it looks perfect. As you can see, it looks proper. Now go to Figma design, and then we need to click the button, and after the button, as you can see, this button have a text, and it has a four corner border radius, then it has a background color of black. And for the text, I think let's click the text. Okay, it is 16 pixel bold. Okay, 16 pixel bold with 24 line height. Perfect. So I'll click on add element, and as it is a button, we'll go to basic, and in the button tab I will take this button. Okay, perfect. And this button, go to styling, go to styling, and then we need to go to the go there, make it pop-ins, and for background let's make it black, and for text color let's make it white. Okay, perfect. And then we need to have copy this text, so I'll copy and I'll go to the button, go to general, and then control a control V, and then here we need to scroll down and we need to make this border to 5. Okay, perfect. And for this let's make it 15 and 15. Okay, and now one issue is, as you can see, the alignment is not perfect like our design. So first of all, let's make it 18 pixel, and let's go to mode setting like before and make it bold as well. And for the button alignment we need to make it this one. Okay, so the image, the logo in the left, button in the right, and in between there is nothing available. So if we see how it looks like our or not, yes, perfectly matching. We need to click the raw and make everything in the middle, so it will be perfect. So if we think anything is larger, we can make it 15 top, 15 bottom. Okay, 10, 10. Okay, and for button I think everything is perfect, no issue with it. And for mobile version, if you see, we are again have these things together. So let's go to mobile, and one of the issue you'll find here, here is the issue. So I'll click on the raw, go to general, and we'll make columns per line will be 2. Perfect. But as you can see, the text does not look good, so I'll click on the image, go to no, and let's make it 60. Okay, first of all let's make it 90. And then if you see, there is a option to make this column or this column less, this column adjust this column just like that. Okay, as you can see, if I go to desktop you will find something like this, the as well things. And for button let's go to styling, and for this let's make it 16. Okay, let's make it 16. And for raw let's click general and let's remove these spacings. Okay, let's make it 15 at least. Okay, and now it still does not looks good, so I'll go to the button and then we'll go to the styling, and for that we let's make it 15 left, 15 right. And also let's decrease the font size a little bit to bring them in a single line. Okay, so this is the thing. So if I click on the button, as you can see in the normal state, if I go to border 5, in the normal state, in the mouse over style, border style will be 5 in the active and selected, this type of things. And if I go to mobile, now it looks something very similar, right? Okay, good. But this frame is larger than ours. Okay, so we have to keep this in mind. So if you see width is 400. Okay, but if I show you my mobile, it is 320 pixel. Okay, this why this how it looks. So if I make it 400, it will look something very similar. So then we can make it 16, no issue will happen. But as our page fly design is very minimal, like 320, this why the issue is happening. So I think 13 or 14 will be good, no problem with it. So as you can see, it is working perfectly. So that's it for now. Let's click on save and publish, or you can use keyboard shortcut control S for only save, or control shift S for save and publish. So after first time publish, it will be automatic system. So every time you click control S, everything will be saved, or control shift S, whatever we did will be published. So I'll click on control S, as you can see. Okay, now control shift S, help and support. No. Okay, so control S. Okay, as you can see, it is working. Control S for save and control shift S for publish. Okay, so everything working perfectly. Now we can move forward to the next section, which is this one, and things will get uh, increased in section by section. So I will cover each section for this whole landing page, and we'll see how to make things mobile responsive as well. So let's continue with this Figma to Shopify playlist. So we have finished the two section in first part. Now we'll move to the start section, which is the largest sections, and from there we'll start. I think the actual design start from here. Overall, what the Figma design we have, and some tricky parts will come in into that. So we need to describe actually what it is, how to tackle those things. If we are a designer inside Pagefly, okay, obviously we are using a page builder, and page builder does not a alternative to coding, because with code we can achieve anything we want, but with page builder there is some limitation, there is some functional limitation, there is some capabilities that page builder does not have. So we have to keep this in mind while we are working for a client, or we are taking a project, or we are converting anything to it. So okay, now let's begin. So for same, this will be add elements, then we will take two columns. Perfect, right? We have two columns in the line, we have this section, in the right we have this. So then we'll go to the section and we'll make 1300, same, right? Then we have this section, in the left we have, first of all we have some icons. So if I click those icons, okay, so these are the icons. So these are the icons. So what we can do, as you can see the stars, we can click one of the stars and we can take the color for the stars. What is the color code here? uh, so there is no color code. Why? This is pretty insane. So this should be the color code, right? Whatever color code was there for the first background was the color code for the icon. So let me close my Facebook unless the revision. So there is 5 stars and then there is a text, right? And this text is the same text with the 14 size only, but the color is same like the first one. Okay, so now let's cover this. First of all, I will click on add element. We have in 5 stars and then one text. Okay, so first of all I will go to the add layout. I will not add the icons, I will add a block, and I will describe why I add that block. Okay, just keep with me. I'll give a padding 10 and 10 for that block. As you can see, under column we have a block. Then I'll click an add element, and then I'll go to the icons, and I will drag an icons here, and I'll click the section and take this background color for the icon, same color. So I'll go to the icon and then I'll paste the content color here. And if we see the icons, for example, what is the size of the icons? Is there anything? It is 16. So I'll click on it. I will go to the general and we'll choose, I think 16. 18 will be good. Then I'll click, select the icon, click on duplicate. As you can see, it will be duplicated, and there is some spacing between the icons. So I'll click the second icon, go to styling, and we'll make the margin left to 3. Then I'll click the second icon, duplicate, duplicate, duplicate 5 times. Okay, then click this paragraph. We need a paragraph. I will duplicate it and drag this paragraph with this move option under the 5th icon. Okay, perfect. And now it is, I think, only 14, or yes, if I am not mistaken, it is 14 pixel. Okay, so now let's see why I have used the block element. So click on this block from the top panel of Pagefly, then go to styling panel of the block and make it display flex. Okay, now everything will be together. So that is the reason to use the block. Unless using the blocks, we cannot make those two elements in the single lines, and it will make things easier to make also in responsive. So as you can see, there is some spacing, and this is the text loved by this. And I will go to the general, control A, control V, paste all the text, and I'll go to the paragraph, and then we'll go and make some margin of 10. Perfectly given, right? Perfectly working. Okay, good. For icons, I think it is also good. For paragraph, what we can do, we can go here and make the line height also 16, or 20, 20, 20. Okay, for the block, align items center, so it will make things everything center properly. Okay, so now we can see what we can do. We can again, there is a line height issue, I think 24. Okay, so that is good. Okay, so we are good to go. So what is working perfectly. Now then we have a headline. We'll use Montserrat for this. They are using Allegria 54, and the color is same for the for this as well. So I'll click on add element. I'll go to headline and I will drag the headline under the block. Go to styling and we can use Montserrat, or is Allegria is available, not available. So we can use Montserrat by default, or we can use a similar type of font if we want to Alata or something like this. Perfect, right? Let's use it. So it will be 54, and then as I said, every time just make it 0. Okay, every time we take a headline or anything, go to styling, control A, control V, and then for this let's make the line height 60. Okay, good. But if you think, let's make it Montserrat. Okay, for Montserrat it is two line. Let's make it Alaga again, and for this it is, I think already it is bold, so there is no other option for this. It is by default bold font. And then we have some paragraphs. With 18 pixel, and we use pop-ins. And let's click on add elements, and then I'll go to the paragraph, drag a paragraph under the headline, and I'll go to styling. First of all, let's make it 0, and then let's give it 10 pixel. And for this, control A, control V, and then this is the color for this. Let's go to styling and paste it here. Okay, let's give it 20 at least, and let's scroll down and make it Poppins font. And for this, let's make it 18. Okay, okay, so that's looking good. That is looking good. And for headline, we may give some 10 more to have some consistency, right? In the Figma design, it does not have the consistency of the spacing. As you can see, the button have a larger spacing from the paragraph than headline from paragraph, so there is some consistency, but does not matter. We will just adjust it. It is 24 pixel, same button, but the font size is larger. So I'll click that button, I'll duplicate it, and I will drag this under here, and then I will go styling and make it left align. And for this, we'll give 20. Okay, let's give it, and let's make it 24 pixel. Okay, good. And then I think for the background, what is the color of the background? I think this is a different background color. It was pure black, but this is slight black. So I'll go to styling and give it here. And then for the padding, I think we need to increase it to at least 30, and also 30, 30 and 30. Okay, good. And for top and bottom, I think we need to increase this as well, and this will be good. This will look good. Okay, and then we have a left side where we have an icon. So sometimes if this does not, click Control plus to make it zoom. Okay, then we have this icons. Okay, a icon something like this within paragraph, within text. Okay, the text is, what is the size for the text? 12. Okay, okay, so we can click on this block and duplicate this block and drag this under the button, and then we can go to styling and give some margin 20. And for this one, let's delete all other icons. Let's delete all other icons. Let's delete all other icons. Okay, and then we need to, okay, so we deleted all the icons. So click on that icon, go here and search for clock icon. Okay, something like this or this will be perfect. And then we have a paragraph. So for paragraphs, we need to control A this and then paste it here. And for this, go to styling and just remove it to regular, but few lines few lines will be bold, limited time offer. So click on it, go to general, limited time offer, drag it and make it bold. Okay, that is perfect. So now we have a perfect section, something like this, but here the button is much larger, right? Much larger, and looks much larger, and the text is also similar to that button. And for the button, I think what we can do, we can make it something like this, so it takes the whole section. Okay, or no, it should not be like this. Or for this block, okay, for this block this is perfect, but for button we can make it some left padding and right padding. We can increase this a little bit more, I think. That will be perfect. So let's make it 80. Let's make it 80. Okay, so this is good and this is looking perfect at this moment. And then let's click Control minus to zoom it out. So again we can see what is in the right side. In the right side we have image with a badge as well. So now what I will do, as you can see, this is an image, this is an image, and this is a frame, right? So I will hide, this should be there, but this and the second image, third image, I am clicking Control to target all of them together. I will click the first image, Control, second image, Control, and this 20% of Control. Okay, and then I will click on Control G to group them together. Okay, first section, 20% off with images. Okay, so now if I click on this eye icon, everything will be off. Okay, but I will drag this to the top, and this section I will go to the export, and I will export three images together, because with Pagefly we won't be able to position those things. This will get tricky. So I am adding and I am exporting them all together as a single image to make my life easier, to add that inside Pagefly. I'll click on add element, go to image and drag that image here, click on general, click on select image, and then click on upload and upload this from my laptop, from my PC. Okay, and this is up, this will be uploaded, and this will look exactly like same Figma design, because we have combined them and make them a group, and then just add them inside the Pagefly to make our life easier. Now we have this section. Okay, we have this section with four icons, as you can see, but this is also a little bit tricky. It will overlapping this, so I will show you how we can manage this. So I'll click on add element. Okay, I'll click on add element, then click to layout and try to take this full layout, something like this. And then if I click this frame, we have a background color, this one. I'll go here, and the raw, for raw I'll go to the styling and give this background color here. And then if you see, I'll click on raw, and then we'll make this margin minus. Okay, first of all, then we have few things to do. First of all, we have icons. As you can see, this is the icons. So I'll click on export and export the icons one by one. You can do that. And then we have some paragraphs. What is the size? 12. Okay, so I'll click on add element, I'll click on image, and I'll drag the image here, and then I'll go to the general, click on upload and upload that icons as an PNG. Okay, perfect. So now let's wait to get it uploaded. Click on select. Now I will click on no. Okay, 50 will be good. Then I'll click on style, make it center align. Then I'll click copy, duplicate this paragraph and drag this under the icon. Go to here and copy this from here. Okay, come here and paste it here, and go to styling first of all. Then make the margin 0. Then make it 12, something like this. Give some margin top, right, and make it center align. And then it is regular, perfect, regular, no issue. It should be regular as well. And then if I click this margin, as you can see, there is some spacing coming from there. Okay, so now click this image and drag this here and duplicate it, drag it here, and then duplicate the image, drag it here, duplicate the paragraph, drag it here, duplicate the image, and drag it uh, here. Same, duplicate it and drag it here. Perfect. So we have a perfect design. So you can see there is some, and for this image, okay, so is it full width? Yes, it is full width. Yes, it is original, square, cover, contain, original, and then the image is not taking the full width. So that is the issue here. So as you can see, there is a white space for that image. Hmm. Okay, so we have done the design for this. Okay, so the design is done, but we need to have a click on the row and then go to border, give some border and make it slide border one. Okay, good. And then for this, if I click this row and if I just leave some minus margin, as you can see, it is taking place, but it is not working properly. It is not visible in top of the image, right? It is not visible. So how we can do that? So image shows in the top of the image. How we can do that? So first of all, let's make it 0. Let's give some margin, something like this, so it looks something good. Okay, so click on this row, go to general and make everything center align. And for this section, click on the styling and then go to the margin and give bottom 50, top 50. Okay, that will be good. And now we have done till this, the section added for desktop only, and then we will cover the mobile version. As you can see, the mobile version is quite different. This is challenging, and I will show you how we can manage this only for mobile. Okay, and we'll learn few more new tips and tricks inside Pagefly Builder, so we can match everything of our Figma design for only mobile version. So let's cover this in the next part. Now in this Figma to Pagefly masterclass, let's cover the next thing. One of the thing was we did until that section is overlapping that section up to the image. How we can do that? So let's do it. First of all, let's click this row, then go to styling panel, and if we go scroll down, we'll find a place called where we will see all the codes that we have added with Pagefly. One of the thing I will do is give this position absolute. Okay, this is something related to web design. If you know, you will understand it, but the basic of it is that you are just giving some position, so we can position this top of the image. Okay, so this is whole basic here. So let's click this one, and as we give it position absolute, now let's give some minus margin. Now you can see it is working properly. Okay, and if you see, there is some space in the left, in the right. Okay, so how we can do that? We will give minus margin in the right, 50 minus margin in the right. Okay, something like this until maybe 80, and let's give it 70. Okay, this will look good. Now if you want to reduce the space between the icons, what we will do, we will decrease the spacing here, and then we'll go here and increase the spacing from margin, from padding for that row. If you want to match this something close to this. Okay, this will be, I think, very large, so give 5 and 5. But let's see the line height. Click the paragraph. Okay, and let's go and give it medium, and let's make it 20 pixel. Okay, okay, let's make it 14, and let's make it, let's click on copy style, paste style, paste style, paste style. Okay, good. Now if we see this how it looks, But if the position we are not happy with, I can decrease the minus margin just like that if I want to make it something in the middle. Perfect. If you think this is not, I think this is perfect. Okay, this is perfect for me, so I'll go with it. I am happy with it. And if we see design, this is something like this, but maybe the left margin need to be increased. Okay, same goes here. Okay, good. So now it is looking perfect. Okay, I it is doing good. So we have done until this, and this is looking good, right? So now let's see how this looks in mobile. So this is the tricky part and a very important part to understand. Now if you see it completely changing from desktop to mobile version, the image coming before the text, but the icons remains in the bottom, right? How we can achieve something like that? So that is the question. Okay, so if we see this mobile version, this how it looks. So now how we can make this in the top, how we can do that? So that is the point. So first of all, what I will do, let's do that. First of all, for that image, what I will do, I'll go to for this I'll what I will do, I'll go to general, and then in here we will find a option called visibility. We'll hide this in tablet and hide this in mobile. So if I go to mobile now, this section won't be available anymore. Perfect. Now we don't need this image as well for that area. Okay, what we need, if we see the design, we need some icons just like that, but in a different view, right? So what we can do, I can just click on this, and I can duplicate this part and then drag this under this area. Okay, and then I can go to styling, and first of all remove the position absolute, and as well I can, or I need to remove the margin from here as well, and then go to general, and this need to be removed as well, and then I need to give some margin just like this. Then I'll explain what this means, and we also don't need this in mobile. So I'll go to general and hide this in tablet, hide this in mobile. And for this image, as you can see, this image design is also changed. In desktop it was black badge and white text. In mobile it is something, just a little change, the percentage moves to the bottom, this badge moves to the bottom. So we'll do same with this as well. So if you see this frame, this whole frame contains the whole image. So I'll click this frame, go to export, and export this as a whole image. Now I'll go here to my design, then I'll click this add element, click on image, and I will drag the image before the headline. So I'll explain why I am adding it here. So I'll click on select image, and then I will upload image, and upload that image that we are going to use only for mobile. So keep this in mind. So please give some attention, you will understand this step by step. And then I will click the block, and I will drag the block under this. Okay, perfect. And this image will be hidden for desktop and laptop, and this image will be hidden for mobile. And okay, perfect. And this section need to be look something like this, where there will be no background. So I'll click on it, I'll go to styling, and I will scroll down and go to background, and then I will make it white. Okay, perfect. Now this needs to be clicked, and then it needs to be hide in desktop, in laptop. It is extra thing, we don't need this. And if I go to mobile now, you will find we have the image in the top, just like we required, just like the Figma design. Now we have something very similar to that, right? Perfect. Okay, perfect. Then we have this here. Okay, now let's click on this and click this block element. Let's make it block, and then let's make it block, let's make it center align. Let's click the paragraph, make it center align, and then let's make it 12. Now let's give some margin, let's make it 0. Okay, and now let's remove the padding as well, or give some margin from the top, so we have some breathing space, right? And for mobile, if we see, What is the headline size for mobile? It is 38 pixel. For paragraph it is 18 pixel. Okay, so let's click the headline and then just change it from 54 to 38. Let's click this to make it something similar, 44. Perfect, but it is just in two line and also center align. So let's decrease it until it's become in two line. So it's 25, and let's decrease it to 31. Same, let's make it center align. Okay, now click the button, make it full width. Okay, perfect. And for font family, I think it should be increased to 18 at least. Perfect. And for this, as you can see, it needs to be reduced, so let's reduce it to something 11. Okay, so let's decrease the, okay, let's give it 10. Okay, now click in this row, go to general, and now let's make it two column. Okay, first of all, I am not trying to make it something very similar to this, because as you can see it is looking good, but if I make it four it will be broken and it will not look good. So I am going with two layouts, so I am mobile responsive covered and everything covered, and it does not look odd. Okay, so click the section and then just remove 150. Padding is not required, 40 is good enough, I think. uh, so I think everything should be removed. Okay, and then there is, if I click the row, there is some border, so let's remove this border to none. Okay, and this looks very very nearly perfect and good looking in mobile as well. Okay, the spacing is also good, the look feel also good, right? Perfectly aligned. Okay, so let's decrease this. Okay, good, so it looking good. So this how the logic of mobile responsive actually works. So let's make this, go to tab, let's make it one column so it will be perfect. And let's make everything center align. Let's click on display flex, justify content center. Let's make this headline center, let's make it 40, or in single line let's make it 30, let's make it 35. Let's make it center align, let's make it center align. Let's make this also center align. Okay, display flex, justify content center, and let's click this raw and disable this. And also now we can make it in the single fold line. Okay, and then remove the spacing a little bit more, and this, for this let's go with 0 maybe, or let's give 10. Let's make it 0, or give it 20. Let's make it laptop. Okay, let's just make those adjustment perfectly. Let's remove it, I don't liking it for this device. Okay, 40. Let's make it 46. Okay, good. Now let's make it 0. Let's make it not 0, let's make it 30. Okay, let's click on this, make it full width. Okay, this will be good. Okay, click on this section, and position, let's make position absolute, position relative. Okay, not absolute because I don't want to make it absolute. So let's give some padding here, at least 30. So it is also laptop friendly, so we make everything mobile friendly and desktop friendly. But we can decrease the spacing here. Okay, okay, 70. Okay, good. So we have completed this first section with everything to be mobile responsive, right? So we'll continue from the next section from here. So if you understand this particular section, how things working in mobile responsive, then we can use this same fundamental for all other sections. So I don't need to repeat those things, like how this comes in the center, how I am making image fast, how I am hiding one element only for mobile and showing one for desktop. What is the logic behind it? I think everything will be clear to you if you watch until this part. So please keep with me. We'll design and explain everything step by step. So I am clicking the save button, so our progress will be saved. And let's continue from the next section, which is a as seen on logo section. Now in this Figma to Shopify masterclass, we will move to the next section. We have done until that with everything mobile responsive. Now we'll go to that section called as seen in. So if you see, first of all, whenever we are doing a design, we need to keep in mind about how this look in desktop, also how this looks in mobile. So we don't need to do one things couple of times. So if you see this design, there is full logo. Okay, and if you see the version of it in mobile, it turns out a slider, something like this. Okay, so first of all, in desktop it is completely visible, but in mobile it will be one logo will be showed at a time, or two logos showed at a time, and other should become as a slider or as a carousel. So we need to keep this in mind, very important things. So first of all, let's click those images and then click on export and export them one by one. Okay, click on export and export them one by one. So now let's go to the Pagefly. So I'll take add element, then I will take a, a single section first of all. Okay, then if you see this section has a background color, so I'll click on it, then this is the color code for that. Go to that section, then go to styling, and then I will give this a background color. Okay, as you can see, the background color has been taken. Then we have this headline, same font but it is 30 pixel. So let's click on add element, go to headline, drag this under here, and we'll make this headline 3 will be good enough. We'll use headline 1 only for our product title or main title of the page for the SEO purpose. If you know something about SEO, I hope you will understand what I am talking about. So I'll give alata, but in that case it is 30 pixel and it is by default bold. As I said, every time we take a heading and paragraph, we need to go to margin and make it 0, and then it is as seen in. So let's change it to as seen in. Okay, good. Then as seen, as is smaller in scene, so let's make it smaller. Then we have 4 images, and these images turning into slider. So for that purpose, you click an add element, and if we go to the top, we will find a slideshow element here, and we will take the image slideshow element under the headline. Okay, then go to styling, and I will give margin 30, 25. Go to general, and then I will remove other sliders with delete button. So we only have 4. Then I will click this, and then I will click this item to be displayed. It should be 4. 4. Okay, item to be displayed 4. We have 4 slider. So why not it is working? The maximum value, possible value is 4. Oh no, it should not be the case. How this can be only 4? Should be more than that. Not so. Let click the slideshow, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's delete the. So we can only show 4 at a time, which does not make sense. So let me delete the slideshow for now. There is some bugs going on, I think. Okay, for this purpose, what I'll do, I'll go to the layout and I'll take 4 columns. Okay, and then go to styling and make it a 25 margin, and then I'll click on add element and I'll drag one image in one column. Then go to general and upload the images. So for some reason slideshow is not working, so I'll look for the alternative layout. Okay, which is also look good in mobile but may not be the same. As we know that few things won't be same, so I'll click on no first of all. Then just duplicate that logo to that column, drag that to that column, click on select, pops, and if I click this, 240. Okay, So drag. Okay, so for this, let's make it center align. Let's make the image again center align. Let's make the image again center align. Let's make it center align as well. I think I give some margin. Okay, let's remove it and click this row. Let's make it everything in the center. Perfect. Now if you see, this section is smaller than the previous section is starting right from here, okay, which is 1300 pixel we have given. So if we want to make this area smaller, what we can do, we can click that section and we can reduce the max with something like this. Okay, let's click the image. I think it should be in the middle. It should not, it is not in the, it is in the middle. Okay, so I think this how it is looking. And if I go to mobile, what I will do, I'll go to the row and then we will make it two column. Okay, that image size is causing some issue, then I will give it 20. So one image is larger than the other, so how I do it is very important in that purpose. So I will click on it and then I will make it 25 pixel. What was it? 25. So let's make it less than that. Let's make it 20. 20 20 will be good. Okay, and the padding is also not bad for desktop and mobile. It is looking good. So now we have done this with mobile responsive. Slideshow has some issue, so I have just avoid that for this purpose. So now we have this section. It will be very straightforward and this will make the things easier if you build a section properly and if you understand the layout and the editor of Pagefly, how it is working for desktop and mobile version, and how to duplicate and copy elements from one section to another. Things get easier. So we'll find this in that a bit in this section. So I'll click on the section and take the background color from it. Okay, then I'll go here and then I'll click add element and I will take what, I will take two column layout, right? So as you can see, two column layout. And if you see, we need to give 50 and 50. So let's give 50 top, 50 bottom, margin. Okay, so we have an image in the left, so click on add element, then go to image, drag that image here. So this is the same image. If we click on it, this is not the image, so this image is containing in that frame. Okay, now this frame is containing the images, so I'll select that frame and export those two separate images at a time. Okay, so click on it, go to general, go to select, go to upload and upload that image. Okay, so that will be good. So now let's click on select and this will be good to go. So as you can see, this is perfectly working. Now we have a headline and I need to go to the section and make it the same width we are using, and go to general and paste the background color of yellow. Okay, and then we have, after using yellow, we have this two text, one headline, same headline as like this one. So I'll duplicate this headline and drag this headline with move button just like that with your mouse and PC into that column, and then just change it, right? So we does not need to design it again. Then we need paragraph. So I'll duplicate that paragraph and drag this and move that paragraph into that area. But what I'll do, I'll copy this. I will copy this, something like that. Okay, then just I'll duplicate this as well. We'll go and click enter and paste it here. And then we have these buttons. Okay, then just duplicate that button, similar design button, similar size and everything. So we don't need to do it multiple times. Same goes for here. Click on that block, duplicate that block and drag that block under this one. Okay, and the issue only is making it black. So let's click it, the styling, and copy the color code from here. Go to this icon and paste the icon here. So now our this layout is completely ready. Okay, and working fine. And let's click this row and then just make it center align. Okay, but if you see, there is some gaps after this. Okay, but our gaps is marginal, our gaps is less. So if we want to do the same, we need to click this heading element and then target this column, then go to styling and then give some margin left, something like this. Okay, if you want to increase it, but for me this does not look bad. For me this will work perfectly. Okay, but if you think we need to do the same and give the spacing just like that, we can do that. And now if you see how it looking in mobile, it is already in the middle, it is already in the middle because we are copy paste the from the top. So now let's click this, and then now let's remove the padding for mobile, only for mobile. Let's do it and see how this looking, but it is becoming very small. So let's increase it to at least 20. Okay, at least 20, at least 20 will be good, right? So it is now working good. Only for mobile 20 is best. Okay, as we already discussed why it is. So let's give some padding to that section as well for only 10. Okay, it is only tablet responsive, already be tablet responsive, but we can click that row and make it one column at a time. That will be best. Okay, for me that is the best things to do. And for me, let's click and make it 30. Let's make it 30 as well for tablet. This is good, very good. Let's decrease this spacing a little bit more. Okay, good. So now everything looks perfect and mobile responsive. Okay, now let's click on save. Now let's click on save, and we have done this section and everything is mobile responsive as well, because we have done the hard work in the first place and make few sections very make few sections perfectly. So that is why the things getting easier. So we have completed that section, these sections together and perfectly. Now another few sections left, but things will get easier. As I said, many things is repeating multiple times. Like headline is every time it will be same, we can just copy paste the headline that we have used in the top section and drag that here, it will be automatically mobile responsive as well. Okay, so this is the benefit. If you are properly making one things in desktop and one things properly optimized for mobile, then you can copy paste those elements in the whole page and multiple time, and you don't need to redo the things again and again and again. Okay, so that is the perfectly this is the process or work flow that I continuously using while building pages in Pagefly mostly. So now let's go with that section, which will be also a challenging section, and I will describe how we can achieve something like this. Okay, so now let's continue from the next section, which is a feature section for the product. But one comment is keep coming in my video from one of my audience is how we can find the button width from Figma file. So Figma actually does not support padding or anything like that. If you click this button element, okay, and then there is some things called this type of options given. Okay, 10, like if I increase it, as you can see, if I click enter, if I click these elements to something like this, it will not work. Okay, so this is the whole this is just a margin but not the whole frame. Okay, but button is this, and if you see the button, it is clip content or something like that they have given this way. So understanding the Figma, it is width and height based. So what you can do, if you want to know what is the padding used for top and bottom, you can add extension called light shot. Okay, light shot into our PC, and if I enable this or use shortcut Control Shift Q, then what I can do, as you can see, if I can drag this something like this, as you can see, from top until the text, it's 33 or 32. Same I will do Control Shift Q for shortcut from left side of the box until the text, it is 63. Okay, so this how you can measure that. Like in the top it was 32, as if I click 32, and in the left and right it is 63 or 60. But we have used 20 20 and 80 80. But if I want, I can increase it from my own view. this is what I think looking nice. But if you think you want to use exactly same like this, then we can do that. But there will be a line height things which we need to fix. Line height is 32, but if you think this line height is too large, you can decrease it to 32 or something like that, then this will be better. Okay, so for me, I am okay with it, and I will not touch it anymore, because whatever we have currently is looking good and perfect. So I will click on copy style and I will click on paste style. Okay, so this how using light shot you can try to measure what padding they have used. Okay, and with your um, some calculation or prediction, you can also give some padding margin, which will also look good, so it will not create any issue. So let's continue from the next section. So which was a feature section. If you see, where we have given the product feature like enhanced recovery, this type of things, and there will be a slider, maybe there will be another one, total 5 but 4 will be showed, total 6, 4 will be showed, or 3 will be showed in the screen. So this is the um, and this is the objective of that section. Okay, and in the mobile, if we, as I said, every time just check what it looks like in mobile. So pretty simple, it will be one at a time in mobile. So now let's begin. So first of all, let's come here and let's click on add element, and first of all let's take one section column, one section, and then if I see 50 and 50 should be the padding as we are using throughout the page, and then for the section it's 1300, and this will be the okay, sorry for the disturbance. So now let's continue. We have given the width that we are using, and if I click, now we have a headline in the left, right? So let's put that headline, and is it the same size 48 like before we are using? So let's copy this one from here. Okay, just duplicate it and drag this in the left. Okay, and then just copy that. Now it will be larger, right? So what I will do, I will click this row, and within this row I will duplicate it once. Okay, and in the right side we will delete it. Okay, it is 48 or larger than that, it is 54, so let's make it 58. Okay, now let's decrease the spacing, so it will be into two lines. So for this, let's delete the margin, so perfect. Okay, so now we have sliders. So we have used sliders before, so click on slideshow, and we will take the blank one under this, so perfectly working. Then click on margin 20. Okay, then let's take 5 slider. Okay, then go to slideshow from this tab. As we already discussed, this is a very important tab. Okay, let's make 4 to be showed, right, out of 5. So it will not look same, but we'll make something similar. So let's make this one, not none, I think this one, and then go to and then give some padding of at least 40. Okay, now if we see the design, we have some columns with some backgrounds, right? So click on this, and this is the color. So go to column and give it some background color. Okay, so this is good. And for this, uh, click on this, and this is the color for the section as well. So click the section, go to bg and paste it here. Good. Now let's see, we have an icon and some paragraphs. So for the icons, okay, for this we have some, okay, we have some border as well with icon with a text. Okay, so 24 pixel and then 16 pixel, 24 pixel and 16 pixel. Okay, so click on the columns, and then what you need to do, you need to drag an image first of all here, then click general, click select, and then upload. Okay, and if I upload it, this is the image that we are looking for. Okay, so let's upload it. So click on it and it will be uploaded, but there is an issue. The image, and if I show you, this is the frame, this is the frame. Okay, so let's make it something larger so we can see what is going on here. So it contains this group. Under this group there will be the whole image. So click this group and then click export, unless you are getting only the shapes, not the eyes of the icon. So click on it again, click on select, upload, and then within I this will be uploaded. And if we see, it is 57. So let's click on save, and let's click on no. Now it will be 57. Click on the column and there will be some paddings. So as I said, you can measure the paddings using the light shot tool. So okay, if you click on it, this type of things is showing. So I can click on it and then I can go to padding panel and I can give some 18 pixel padding, and then we have a 24 pixel headline, but this was 14. But let's copy this under this image. Okay, let's make it left align. Let's make it 24. Okay, let's make it 2030. So this is bold, so let's make it bold. Bold is looking large, much bolder. Okay, so we'll make it semi bold. Okay, perfect. Then we have some paragraphs, so drag the paragraph. Is 16 pixel. So go to general, control A, control V. Okay, so let's click on styling and 15. Okay, and then we need to give some border. So click on the border and then decrease it to only width, border width. So now it is more than perfect, very close. Let's give it 15 as well. Okay, now let's make it mobile responsive also, because if we are working this perfectly one time, then this is the same design, this is the same thing. We need to go to slideshow from the top panel and decrease the margin to 10. Same layout we have for others. So let's go to mobile and check how this looks. Let's make it left align and it should be 18. 15. For paragraph, let's make it 24 or 22. It will be also 15. Okay. Okay, so let's click this column. So you don't need this in mobile, so let's hide it. And let's make it left align, not in the middle. And let's give it 30 pixel, not 30. Let's make it 25. And for line height, let's 32 will be good. And for the section, let's give 20 and 20. And for the slideshow, let's again select the slideshow and remove the spacing. And if there is any bottom padding or something, let's remove it, because there is too much rows and which contain giving so much spacing. Okay, and for the bottom, I think we can also reduce some spacing. That's good. Okay, if we see mobile, it is there is more is less spacing there is available. So if we go to mobile, so if I click on mobile, let's click the raw and let's give it some margin, negative margins. Okay, let's go to all device. Let's click on it, go to slideshow, let's make it 0. Okay, now click on it, go to slideshow and go to general. And now what we will do, we will delete the rest all of them and duplicate the first duplicate the first one times, and this is the bug, 5 times. Okay, and go to slideshow, and now display setting should be 4, and item spacing should be uh, 15. Okay, 15, this will look good. Okay, now only things you need to do is replacing the icons, text, images and everything. Okay, other than that our layout is ready. Then we have buttons and these things. Okay, so now let's cover this. So same, click on the buttons and then just duplicate, paste the button under here, go to styling and make it center line. And then we have this, also click on this block and drag this and paste it under the buttons. Click on styling and then it is display flux. We just need to make it justify content center, and we don't need icons. As I can see here, there is no icon available. Here is icon available, but it is the color of the golden. But let us put it that way, whatever color currently have. We don't need to worry too much about it. Okay, so this section is also done, and if we see mobile responsive, it should be automatically mobile responsive, should not be any issue. Yes, that is the case. And to space, reducing the space, let's give some minus margin of 20. So now let's click save, and if we see this in tablet, it should be okay. But let's make it send left align this text. Go to slideshow, let's make it 2 at least. Let's give some spacing to 15, that will be perfect. Okay, good. And then for this, let's make it 30 top, 30 bottom. Okay, then this looks also looks good. Okay, 30 30, that is perfect. Perfect. Okay, okay, so let's do some setting here for laptop device. So I think 3 will good, and for item spacing let's make it similar, 15. Okay, that is good. Now let's go to all device and now click save and publish. So this section is also completed. Now let's move to the next section, which is this one. Okay, so okay, so this is how it looks. Perfect. It is under the same section. As you can see, the BG is covering from all above to this, right? So covering this section together. Okay, so this also looks good, no problem. Yes. Okay, perfect. So now let's cover this. Okay, so for this again we need to take 2 row, right? So 2 row will be taken, and then we have a background color for that row. So this is the background color for that row. So go to styling, put that background color. Then we have an image. This image, this is the image, but where is this badge? So let's cover. This is the group of the image, right? So let's export that part. Let's click on export. Now click on add element and click on add element, and we need to drag an image element here. So let's drag it into the right column. Go to general, click on select image, upload image, and click on upload. Okay, okay, perfect. So click on select. Now you can see there is some spacing in the top and left. So click on the row, go to general, and let's make it 0 first of all. So now all the spacing will be gone. Then we have this text with 36 pixel, right? 36 pixel. So let's duplicate this one into that, right? Then let's copy this and paste it here. Go to styling and let's make it 36. 36, and for line heights let's make it 36 to 42. And for this, what was the line height? 48 and 60. Okay, for this, let's click this column and let's give it some margin. Okay, as you can see, it is step broke into one line. We can give more margin to broke this to multiple lines. Then we have this section. So if I click this is the icon or frame. Okay. Yes, icon or frame. So let's click on it and let's click on export first of all, and then we need to click on and drag this under here, and then just resize this and click on add element again, image, and drag this, and then click on select image and upload the image. So we have not only the, so we just need the icons to be exported. Okay, so let's export the icons only. Click on upload, and now icons will be exported. And for that, let's click on this is the bg. Okay, for this let's click this and then go to styling and paste the background color here, and for this go to general, click on no. Okay, then click on this raw, make everything in the middle. Okay, now go to this and let's make it, so this is not working at custom. So click on delete, so click the raw deleted. Okay, and continue from here. Okay, so we'll click on add element, and then what I will do, so now let's cover the section that we have left off, and we have electricity issue. So as for this, you can see me in a very dark mode, so no problem. Let's continue with the design. So we have come until that, but we have not able to match that layout. So you have rethink it how to do it. So sometimes it may create a confusion to you, no matter how many times you use that tool before. It can happen to anyone. So let me just click on add element, and then I can go to layout, and I will take a block. Okay, and I will explain. We know what is the use case of block. We have used that in the before of the first section. Then I'll go to the this, and I will add a padding, so we have a breathing space all over the place. Then I will click on add element again. I'll take a block inside that block. Okay, and duplicate the block inside that block two times. So we have two blocks under one parent block, two child block to be precise. Okay, so now inside that first child block, we'll click on image and drag an image element inside the first block. Then I'll go to general, click on select image, and then we'll add that icon. Perfect, add that icon. Perfect. So now if I click this, this is the color code for it. So we'll click on no first of all, then I will click the block, and then I will click on styling, then I will give it background color black. And in the right side we have few paragraphs. So if I click these paragraphs, it is 18 pixel, same paragraphs length, just like this one maybe, right? Now this one, and I duplicate that, and I will drag that inside the second block after the icon. Perfect. Now let's copy that from here. So let's copy it. Then inside that block we have a white background, so we'll go to that block, and I will give it a white BG. So let's give it a white background color, just like that. And then we need to give it some padding. So let's give some padding just like this. And for the paragraph, let's remove the margin from here. Okay, that's good. So now we can click the parent block from the navigator, and then we will make it display flex. Okay, now it is looking perfect, right? And I will click on align items center. But one the thing issue is happening with align item center is, as you can see, so let's not use align item center. Click on image, and then for that image, let's click on display flex. Let's make this align items center. So this is not working. uh, let's make that display flex, align items center. Okay, now it is perfect. Item center is working perfectly. But as you can see, this is quite a large, but it is not. So let's click on it, and if we see there is a padding around that block, so let's give those paddings something like 10. Okay, 10. And okay, so what we can do, click on the column and let's increase the padding from right side and left side as well. Let's give it 80 and 80. So if we see here, this is looking good. But for the parent block, let's click the parent block and let's increase some margin from top, at least 15. Okay, now it looks quite similar, right? Quite similar. Maybe the left padding need to be increased, so click on 15 and 15. Okay, 15 and 15, let's make it 15 as well. Okay, so now it should look good, right? It is looking good. But sometimes, as I said, few things won't be 100% same with the page builder. Some there is some limitation of codes. So as you can see, this is how it is looking currently. So we have this twice, so let's click the parent block of it and duplicate it few more times. Okay, maybe now spacing is quite large, so I'll click on that. I'll click that block from the top. Okay, let's reduce it and then duplicate it again, and third, yes, third time, so it is perfect. Maybe still it is larger, so now let's remove it entirely. Okay, now remove it entirely, make it 0. Okay, this is looking perfect right now. And there is a button, so same button, so I'll duplicate that button and drag that button under the block element, and then we'll make this left align something like this. Okay, then if I click the button, we can reduce the margin top to something 10. Then we have this block as well. So let's click it and drag this under this. And then if we want, we can make it center align or something like this will be good. I think the bottom margin needs to be removed. Okay, good. So now let's click on this row. As you can see, the image is not perfect, so let's just make the image something like this. So as you can see, this how it looks. So if I click save and publish, so let's see how this looks in actual page in live preview. That will be good. So if I click on preview, this will be password protected. Where to find the password first of all? So let's click on save. Okay, let's click on save and then go here, and then need to go to online store, go to preference, and then let's go to preference, and then this is the password that we need to use. Okay, click on Pagefly page builder. Let's go to pages and let's reopen the page again. So click on pages. So this is the page. Let's click on view live page. It will ask for a password. Enter the password. So again click on view live page, and now you can see there is few extra section coming from our theme, so don't worry. So you can see it is looking good in the original version, and this is also perfect, but the issue here is this area. The yes, this area, there is, this is not feeling, the image, so that is the problem. Okay, that is the problem. Yes, square, so let's give it a square. Okay, so now it will perfect. So now let's click this row, make it center align. Okay, and styling, as you can see, let's make it black, manually black. Same goes with this, let's make those manually black. Okay, good. Okay, let's make it black. Let's make it black. Let's make it black. Choose the black color. So okay, now let's click on save and publish, because as you can see this looks discolored. Okay, when not choosing the black, this looks something off. So we are choosing the black color manually, so click on it, and now you can see the black colors will look good, and this position also look good, right? And these are also looking perfect. Okay, the image is also matched with the height. Okay, this section is also looking good. So we have done until that part, but one of the issue happened is image just got broken. So if you click contain, this issue will happen. If you click cover, this issue will happen. Custom, if you click original, this issue will happen. So so there is no spacing issue or nothing like that. So let's remove those spacing from those top and bottom. Okay, now I think the height issue will be solved for the image. Okay, now if we see how this looks in mobile, so one of the things that you can see, this headline completely changed. That does not actually make sense, that people will use a different headline only for mobile. But as we saw the fundamentals, we can hide certain elements for mobile and you can show certain element for desktop. No issue with that, you can do that. Same goes for this background color, it can be completely changed only for mobile. If you want to change it, and icons, you can design an entire section only for mobile, as we already discussed that part in the first section. We covered how this actually works, right? So if you understand that, this fundamental will work for any pages. So if I go to mobile version of it, okay, this how it looks. So we need to work a lot of things here. Just remove the padding first of all from top and bottom, and this looks quite weird. Okay, because of the design layout. So first of all, we'll come to that block and we'll make this block. Okay, and other than that, this does not look good. Then we'll make the center align, we'll make this display flex and justify content center. And okay, and then this make needs to be center align. Same goes for this block, make it block display block. For this block, make it display flex, justify content center, and let's click this block, display flex, and let's display block. And for this, let's make display flex, justify content center. Fantastic. And now let's click the original row. Let's click on display flex, flex wrap reverse. Okay, now what will happen, image will go fast. We already discussed about it, so I know that you already know how these things actually works. So let's remove the padding a bit, so the space will be removed. And for this, as you can see, there is no spacing showing for that. And if I click the desktop version, there is a few spacing before that section to the top section, right? So what we can do, we can click that row and we can give it some more margin, at least a 50. Okay, 50 will be enough. And for desktop, for laptop, for mobile, what will happen, we can remain it same, or we can decrease it to 20 and we can decrease the minus margin. So there will be this, there will be some white space before that. Okay, now it looks perfect. So let's make those center align as well, center align as well. So not exactly the same, but something very similar, because this is what we need to do. And then it has broken into, so we need to make it one line. Okay, just reducing the spacing, so that will work perfectly for that. So let's increase the spacing to 30 and 30 for mobile, and for desktop it is 50 and 50, right? So we already talked about it, we already see how this works, so perfectly working. Let's remove this margin a bit. And for this, yeah, okay, good, good, and good, good. Okay, good. Okay, perfect. So that is it. That is it. Okay, so for this we need to do the adjustment like before. Okay, okay, that's good. This will be perfect. For this, let's click on style, and it is already 30 pixel. But for the row, let's decrease. Let's decrease it to 20. Okay, so this is working perfectly. Now let's go to all device, click save and publish. Okay, so this is also done with mobile responsive. Now let's move to the next section, which is this one. Okay, with some reviews, and these reviews turn into slider only for mobile. Okay, so let's cover this. So we have covered very important sections and few of them left, like one is this, and then this is very simple section, and this is the most important section, like dynamic product area. Then some customer feedback type of things, which is a video reviews will be play videos, these are videos. And then there is some copy paste things will be going on, because few of the things we already done, we just need to add them into our pages. Okay, so now let's begin with the next part about adding the testimonial from our customers. So now let's cover from the next section. We have completed until this area, I think, yes. So we have completed this area with mobile responsive. Now we'll go to the testimonial section. Okay, so testimonial section. So first of all, if you see, we have a background color, right? So I think what is the background color is using here is the background color that have used here. Is there any background color? No. So let's take a section. First of all, let's take a layout just like this. Okay, and then just give 50 padding top, 50 padding bottom, right? So that will be good. So let's make it smaller, so that will be best. 50 and 50 has been given. Now if we see our Figma design, we have these things, stars and the text. So we have done that before, so let's copy this block from top and let's move it here. Okay, just like that, drag it here. And then what we need to do, we need to go to the setting of it, and to flex we will make it justify content center. So it is already done. After that, we have a heading, and this headline is something very similar that we already used in here, which was 48 pixels. So let's see how many pixel it is. It is 44. So let's duplicate that and drag this under that. Okay, let's click on styling and let's make it center align and just make it 44. And other than that, everything is similar. So now let's copy it just like that. Come here and then Control A, Control V, and now we can see that it is in two line, but our becomes in one line. So how we can make it in two line? There is many way to do it. We can just give an enter after cherish, something like this, and this will be in two line. But this can cause a issue in mobile. If we see, if I click on center, as you can see, cherish in a line and then this in a line, so this does not look good. Okay, this looks good when you are making this 20 pixel. And for line height, let's make it 26. And let's, for desktop, let's click on it, go to more setting, and let's make it, it was 44, let's make it 51 or 52. 50 will be best, so this will look good. So we have make this perfect. So 50 given the line height with 44 will be good. And we have make this in the two line. Now let's cover this section, which is a review area. And as I said, always check the mobile version of it. So we can have a clear understanding and visualization how we can work with it. Okay. So as you can see, this will be turned into a slider in mobile. So first of all, what I'll do, I'll click this add element, go to container, take 4 column first of all, and then we'll give some margin to it, create some space with the headline. Then what I will do, as you can see, there is some border and some images with the name of the customer. So I'll click the image, and first of all, I think this is the image, if I'm not mistaken. Yes. So we'll click on export. We'll click on export, and then we'll click this as an png. Okay, so we have exported this as png. Other than that, we can think, yes, it will actually work fine. So what I will do, I'll go to this column, and then we'll give some border. First of all, let's give some border, then come here, make it 1 pixel. Okay, that will be good. Then that is a headline, so let's click on it, 18 pixel. Okay, so we can copy this paragraph from here and drag this under this, and then we can copy from it, and then control A, control V to paste, and then let's make it center align. Let's give it some margin, and then now let's is it already bold? Yes, it is already bold. Then we have some let's copy this again and drag this under this, but we have to change this to this paragraph, which is 14 pixel and light. Okay, so control A, control V, and then we have to make it not regular even, it is light. And for this we can go here and icon for star, let's come star, and there is no 4.5 things we cannot given. Okay, so you have to give 5 out of 5, this type of thing. And for this text, what I think, light is not looking good. What do you think? I think it should be at least medium, otherwise it will not go well with the text, right? So let's make it center. No, let's not do that. So mm, okay, so what we can do, okay, first of all, is we can go to the column, go to styling, and give some padding, top and bottom, just like this, 20 20. Okay, it will be better. And from left it could be 10 and 10, something like this, right? And then we have some paragraphs. So for paragraphs it is 16, maybe the same paragraph that we have used here, right? So let's duplicate it and drag it under the block, and control A, control V. Then if we have some margin, anything, just remove it and make it center align. Okay, so this is perfectly working. Then we have a name with the review. Okay, this will be tricky, not that tricky, but First of all, I am not liking the layout. This does not look good at all. I think what we can do, we can make it even better. We can copy this one and drag this under that, and then for icons let's delete those, and let's click on add element and click on image and drag an image before icons, and delete the icons, all of the icons that we have added. Let's delete, let's click delete, let's click delete, let's click this image and then click select image, and let's click upload and upload the image. So the image has not been uploaded. Okay, so it is not downloaded, so click on it. Let's click on export image. Now let's click on upload. So where it is going? Export. So let's click on upload. Why it's not loading? So some issue. So how, where it is downloading? Okay, so it is going to a zip file. Not sure why it is a zip file. I am downloading only a single image, but it gone into a zip file. Okay, sometimes it could happen. So now let's upload this from the zip file. Okay, so I'm uploading this, and now let's make it no first of all, and then there is a name for it, John Doe, and let's copy and paste it. So why am I not making it the same? Sometimes the UI design could be not that great. We can make some changes and communicate with the designer as well in that part. So that's what I did, because I think it is not looking that good with that layout. Okay, nothing more than that. And for this paragraph, let's increase some spacing in top and bottom. Okay, that is good. So now we have everything ready. So if we see it in mobile, let's work with it. It is looking nasty. So let's make it 14, and for this let's give some more margin, and for this also let's increase the size to at least 16, otherwise it will not look good. Let's make it 5. That will be best. And for this also, now let's make it display flex, unless it will not look good. For the paragraph, let's make it 0, let's make it 10. Okay, that is good. And for this, let's also make it at least 16, unless it will not look good. So this is properly done. Okay, with everything mobile responsive, is also mobile responsive, but we can increase the border a little bit more. I think that will be good. So let's increase it to at least 2. Okay, now what we can do, we can go to raw, and then we can click delete and then duplicate it 4 times. Now we have the design layout ready. Okay, but we have to rethink it for only for mobile. We have to remade it only for mobile, then we'll hide that for mobile and show that for desktop. Show that for desktop, hide that for mobile. So now let's go to slideshow. Okay, and after going to slideshow, let's take a raw something like this. Okay, let's delete this. Okay, and then what you can do, you can duplicate it and drag this under the slideshow, right? And then under the slideshow we can delete it, and then go to slideshow. It is dots. So what you can do, you can go here, and then for the slideshow we can give some padding like this. 20 will be good. And then for this, let's delete the rest of them and then just copy paste this fourth time. Okay, and for slideshow, let's click on this and then go to general, and now let's put the hide and show setting what we did before. So let's hide this in tablet and hide this in mobile. And for this, let's click this row, hide this in desktop, hide this in laptop, and then go to mobile. And if we go to mobile, now the slideshow will be there. And for the slideshow, if we go here and then just disable the navigation, other than that it is working perfectly, right? And for the mobile, we'll disable the this and let's make it only 20, will be good enough. Also this should be reduced as well to 20, unless there will be a lot of space, right? So we don't want that to be happen. And for the slideshow, for the row, there is margin, so let's remove that first of all. And now everything is looking good. And for padding, we can reduce that as well. So now it looks pretty good, right? It is looking pretty good. So let's give it. Okay, so this will look good. So there will be some spacing as well, and no issue, and everything is mobile responsive. So now let's see how much it is come closer. So we can now click save and publish to publish it, and this section is complete. Now we'll continue from the next section.
Welcome to Figma to Shopify Masterclass using Pagefly. So we have done until that section. So now let's move to the next section into our Figma design. So this is the section, and this type of section is actually called marquee text. That means it will scroll down and it will scroll, those text will be scrolled. Okay, so for example, let me show you one example site so you can better understand it how this will look. So if we go to Blend Jet, one of the website, a Shopify website branded store, and if you scroll down, you can see there is some logos that are going. These are logos going just like that. So we need something like this. Instead of logo, instead of images, it should be text. Okay, so that is the only difference here. Okay, so let's see how we can add something similar to that. So for that, we'll take help of ChatGPT to generate those codes, and I will leave those codes in the description so you can just copy paste them. Okay, so I will write some prompt to get those text. Okay, so write marquee marquee text for text HTML CSS JavaScript for three text will be repeated in loop, and before each text there will be an image of a check mark. Okay, so it will give us some marquee, it will give us some HTML CSS. Okay, and as you can see, it is giving us with those so three text, as we said, it will take three text, and there will be some CSS as well, and some CSS. I think JavaScript is not required, but it is required. Clone items loop. Okay, okay, okay. Clone those marketing institute and continuous loop. Okay, so JavaScript is for only for cloning of those items, right? So let us copy this part of the text. Okay, this is the what we are looking for. Okay, now let's go back to Pagefly and come here. Okay, come here, and I will take a new section. So there is some things has been changed for our Pagefly from last we have worked with. So I'll just take a section here and then just move this one to the top, and now we have something like this. And now we'll click on elements, and I'll go with HTML liquid and drag this here, right? So this is how it should work. And for the section, what we need to do is, you can see this is a black section, so I'll go here and click on styling, and then we'll give it a background of black, right? And then we need to click on this, and then I will just click on yes, I should go with full width. Okay, so now what we will do, we will make it, yes, we need to make it full width, right? So as you can see, okay, let's select it, and let's click on this option called no. So let's click on no. Yes, set fix with no. So now it will be full width. Now click on it and go to edit code, and then we need to paste the code here. So the code was this, so let's copy that from here. We don't need the top, so paste it here just like that. Okay, and then we need to take those css. So this css is not required, we need to just copy all the css code from here. Copy it, and then go to this option called custom code editor, and then just scroll down. In your case there will be blank, but for me there was some code there in the past, so I will just remove all of them for now. Okay, so I'll click on save. Now we need to click save, and then we need to publish the page to see if it is working or not, right? So let's click on save and publish. So click on the publish button or control shift s for shortcut. Okay, then it will work perfectly. Okay, now if I click the view live page, I may need to put the password 1234 is the password. And as you can see, we will solve this issue. There is some extra section coming from the theme. So if we scroll down, there should be, but my thing for the text is in white. Text background in, it is not showing. Okay, make text color white. Make text color white with css. Okay, so we need to background color, so there should be some text color. Mark you item, so set text color to white. So this is the code we need. So let's go back here, and then click this button, and then come here, and then we need to paste it here. Okay, and now if I click save, don't remind me again, click on save, and now the page will be saved. Or we can press Control Shift S. Okay, now you can individually click on the publish button or Control Shift S. This is the update that Pagefly done recently, right? So let's click on view live page after the page got published. So click view live page. Now I think text will be showed. Okay, it's still not showing. So let's see what is happening here. So as you can see, this is a background color. If I remove the background color, it's still there is nothing. So let's see what is the issue here. Okay, it should work, but for some reason it is not working. So there is the custom html. So is there something goes, okay, so here is the issue, we have not saved the html code. We are just worrying about that, but html code has not been saved. So let's copy it again. So the mistake I did was need to paste it, and then need to click on done. Okay, need to click on done. Okay, now if I click Control Shift S, now the text should be showed. Okay, and there is a background color, I think, which should be removed. So let's click this custom code, and I will remove this background color from here. Okay, so now Control Shift S. So now click on view live page, and if I scroll down, now you can see the text is scrolling, but there is many work need to be done. to match it like the Figma file. So we have just made the things proper. Now let's work with the text first, and the icon things. Okay, for the icon, let's click on that icon, and as you can see, this is the icon under that group, right? So what I will do, I'll click that icon and go to export, and then make it into two, and make it a png, and I will click on export. Okay, okay, it is when exported. Now we need to go back to our here, and then we need to have a version of it. Okay, so we can update that here. So we'll click on this element, open code editor, and then what we need to do, we need to we need to um, clone it couple of time. Okay, so for this clone, let's see if this code is will work. This JavaScript code. So click on a custom code, go to JavaScript, and then we need to control a control V, paste all of them here, click save, and then we need to click control shift s control shift s. Okay, let's click on publish to see if it is just getting repeated, okay, with this JavaScript code. So let's come here. No, it is not repeating. Okay, it is not repeating the text. So what you need to do, you need to click that, and then we need to first, or let's work with the image. For the image, we need to click on that, and I will go to the content and go to the files, and then we will upload files, and I will upload that check mark here. Go to downloads and upload that. Here is the check mark. So I'll upload it, and we need the link of it. Okay, so what I'll do, after uploading it, we will copy the link of it. So click on copy, and now go to Pagefly. So make sure we have a tab open so we can refer back to it anytime. So click on pages, and now let's add that image, because we need the source of that image, unless it will not work. That's why the image is missing here. Okay, if you see, it is scrolling, but the image is missing, right? Check mark is not showing. So let's open it, and now let's work them one by one. It will take some time, but it is worth learning if you want to learn how to make something similar in Pagefly. So click on it and go to add code, and then as you can see, there is the image. So in the source, we'll come between the quotation and click on Control V to paste. Okay, same goes for the second image source. So same goes for the third image source. Okay, and after making them, make sure we click on done, unless it will not work. Now you can see perfectly check mark is showing. Now I'll click on edit code, and now we'll add the actual text from here. So first one is easy returns, right? Easy returns. So copy it, go here, and this will be easy return, right? So easy returns. Okay, then the second one is 30-day money back guarantee. So click on it, and then scroll down for text to select it, Control V, paste it. Let's go back to the easy returns again, and then it will be easy return again. Okay, and then we need to duplicate the div once more, and come and press enter and paste the div, and go here and click on free UK delivery, then go here and then paste it again. Then we need to do what we need to copy these divs. Okay, whatever divs we have, right? These divs until marquee items. Click on copy, and come here before the this div, and paste them again. So we have 4 plus 4 is equal to 8. So Control V to paste, and now click done. So make sure you click on done, unless it will not work. So we don't need those JavaScript. So I'll remove those JavaScript, and I will click on the section itself, and then Control Shift S to publish them in the live. So let's see if it is working properly, and if there is any white space, this will not look good. So you don't need to have any white space. And now we will work with the text size of the image. So now let's see. So I'm refreshing the page. Okay, so click on publish. I think it is already published. Okay, it is already published. So click on view live page. View live page. So click on view live page. Okay, so it should come faster, not that slow. So let's now for another smooth, we need to click on and duplicate that 4 more times. Okay, so what we need to do is easy return, 30 days money back, easy returns, and this UK delivery. This div will copy it and come here, and before the last two divs we need to click enter and do paste, and then again enter and paste. So it will be 16 time. So and then click on done, and now click Control Shift S. So the white space will be removed. As you can see, after sometimes there is some white space in the right side. We want to remove that, and for that we are duplicating them. Initially it was 4, then we duplicated those 4 into another 3 times 12. Now it is currently 16 times there. So now if we check the page, now this, okay, now a issue happened is, I think I have wrongly duplicated. So that's why. Okay, I think I have wrongly duplicated, so that's why this issue has been happened. So now let's click on this. There is some, I think, version history. So if we go back this version a couple of more times before, and if we click on save, this issue will be solved. So we need to careful about the copy pasting things. So I'll click on Control Shift S to publish the page. So let's see how it goes. So if we check, so the now page is published, I think. So there is some loading issue. In this Figma to Shopify masterclass using Pagefly, we will continue from the next section. So you've completed until this marquee text animation section in the last video. Today we will cover one of the most important section, which is dynamic product section. In that area, people will be able to buy our product. Okay, so as you can see, there will be add to cart button, and they have used a subscription feature, which can be done using any subscription app. But I will not cover that in this video because this is just an part of the app. If you install any subscription app, you can enable this type of functionality into your store. So if people subscribe, they can save 5% or 10%, and they will get the delivery in 7 days, 30 days, 45 days, whatever you set up, okay, based on that product. So this is a product that maybe people need, because this is a supplement. They may need it in month to month basis, right? So having a supplement actually makes sense, but for many products this will not be required. So now let's cover that. For before making that section, we need to have at least one product added in our store. So if we go to products right now, there is no products there. So we need to add that at least one product into our store to make this dynamic product section, so people can add our products to cart. So first of all, what we can do, as you can see, this is the frame, and there is another element. If you see, this is another element which is not part of it. Okay, and this one. Okay, so this is the element, and under that we have this one. Okay, and this one called 20% off. Okay, and then we have this, and this whole frame actually contains, and this frame contains this, so we can just take export this whole frame. So click on, and I will click on export, and there will be multiple images. But one of the thing is, in our case, there is not a multiple image. As you can see, we have some logo, this type of things, but uh, there will be multiple images, but in our case we have not have any more image for that product. So I'll show you how we can add that slider. So click on add product, and now let's add that product. This is the product name actually, but in their case they have not showed any pricing because they have a quantity panel, like for 10 quantity there will be a price, 20 quantity there was 60 quantity there will be a price. So now add that, and there will be a description. This is the product description we can see. So let's add that here, and then click on upload new, and go to download, and then upload that file. But the problem with that file is we have arrows here, but we don't want arrows. We want the arrows to be dynamic, coming from the theme. Okay, so I can see I can just turn off those arrows, that will be good. And there is some arrows in the bottom as well. So here under this we have these 3 star and these things going on. So under that we can just now export that as an image. That will be good, because we don't know need these arrows as an image. So now if I go to downloads, now there will be no arrows available. So we need multiple images, but in our case there is no more images available. So what I can do, I can add the similar image again, but or another one in from the past. Okay, what we have uploaded here, so let's add that as a second image. Okay, now so let's add that. So let's make it first and then make it second. Now let's give some pricing. So maybe 49 and 99, but quantity maybe 900 for example, and we need some uh, variant. So I'll click on create custom option, and this variant will be quantity. Okay, and in the quantity we have 10 suches or something like that. This is the text call. So I'll come on 10 suches, second one will be 20 suches, and third one will be 50 suches for example. And the pricing of each suches will be different, right? For 10 it could be 49, but for 20 it will be maybe 79. For 50, instead of 250 it will be 199. So as long as they are purchasing more, they are getting some discount. So this how this logic actually works, right? And that is good, that is perfect. Now we can just click on, this is also manage sales channel, this should be check mark. So click on save, and this should be saved, right? This is supplements brand, vitamin supplements, and we need to do some extra work here. If I click on it, if I click on bulk edit, we need some compare price to be changed, because compare price will be also changed. Okay, so let's see how it goes. So it is not loading. Okay, so I'm closing some of the windows. So let's okay, so let's click on it again. Edit prices, no, bulk edit, we need some bulk edit feature. And for the from the column, compare price should be available. Okay, for compare price 49.99, it should be 199, and this should be 499, right? And okay, this should be this how the pricing should work, right? So now let's go back, and this will be perfect, right? So now we can work with the product templates, but before that we need to refresh this page again, because now the product will be loaded. So if we see, it is divided into 2 column like before, and then we have some headline, and this start things that is already there right in the top. Okay, so now let's come here, and let's work with the dynamic elements of it. So let's go back here, and click on add elements. Click on add elements, go to Shopify. So we need to add a Shopify elements, because the main thing here is it is a dynamic element. We need to go to product details, and then we need to take one here. So let's drag this one. Okay, and then they will ask us to select the product. So I'll choose that product. Now you can see the design has been loaded. Now what I can do, we can just drag this under that area, so now it will work fine. Okay, so you can see there is a arrow already there, and we need to work with the title and everything. So if I scroll down, for the title we are having 48 pixel. For those headlines, what font we have used, if I'm not mistaken, Alata 44, this type of thing. So in that case, this one will be the heading one. Okay, and Alata, the font will be Alata, and it will be 48. Okay, it will be 48. Now we have the pricing. So for the pricing, we go to product price and go to general, and we'll see show both of them. And for that, we need to go to styling and add pop-ins, maybe 30 pixel. Okay, and for the color, we can choose black, and scroll down and make it bold. For the compare price, let's make it 32, 30. Okay, so making pop-ins, let's make it 30 as well, but the color should not be that bright, right? So that's how it works. And then for product variant, we can match it something like this. So first of all, let's click on save, and then just as you can see, there will be under that, and there will be paragraph should be pop-ins. So let's click it and make it pop-ins. So click on copy style, and now scroll down and make it paste style. Okay, and for that star, let's go to top, and then click on that block and click on duplicate and drag that with the mouse just like this under this one. Okay, and from that, let's remove the margin from here. There is a too much margin, and for this as well, let's remove the margin. And from product description, for product description, okay, let's keep some minus margin, so it looks good, right? So okay, okay, now click on save. Now let's make them looks like something like that. Okay, for that, what we need to do, we need to click on cross and come here and go to extra functionality, and then click on open swatches and click on add option swatch. Okay, so this how we can turn our drop down into swatch just like that. Okay, into Pagefly. Click on open, click on quantity should be selected, and then click on add, and now click on this, and now come with make it a label. Okay, it will become a label. So now let's go to pages. Let's go to triple the page, home page that we are designing, and then this should work fine. Okay, now if I scroll down, we can just click on it and go here, and then we can make it something like this. Okay, and then it should be horizontal, and for that we can go to styling, make it pop-ins, make it 18, 20, and then make it semi bold, and then we can make it, and for option value as well, we can go and make it pop-ins and then make it 18. Okay, and then give some padding, padding top bottom just like that. Okay, that will work fine. Okay, this how we can just work with it, and let's make it black as well. So this how it is working. We can add a quantity, but we can also remove the quantity. Now let's go with the buy now button. So we have designed buttons in the past, so let's click on it, and then just control A, control C to copy all of them, and come here, and what I need to do, go to quantity and delete the quantity, and for the button, come here styling, Control A, Control V, and then go to general and make it full width. Okay, this is how the button design will be there. And for the text, what we can do, we can buy now. We can click on it and paste what paste we should tap buy now, but the price will not be dynamic, so I'll not make it dynamic because when people clicking the swatches, prices will be changed. And for the button, add to cart button, we need to remove that margin. No, there is no margin available, so that is good. If I go to mobile, this how it is looking in mobile, so we can just make its left align, and for this we can make it 16. Okay, and for that, for this I can make it left align as well. I think this will look good. And for this, let's make it 22. And for this, let's, this is looking good. Whenever it is selected, there should be some color, right? Hmm, I think 12, 10. And for add to cart, let's remove the margin. Okay, and then there is there is another important setting. If we go to desktop, for add to cart, in go to general, if we what the add to cart action will be do, it can go to cart page, it can go to directly checkout page. Okay, this is up to us, and that is what we can select. Okay, and this is working perfectly. And for that, there is only a slider and people can slide through the images. Okay, it is up to them. Okay. For that, I think it should click on the product title and then go to more setting. We need to make it bold. Okay, let's make it bold. Then we have some more things. First of all, this one limited, and this is already added if I not mistaken, limited. So if I click this block and duplicate it and drag this under that, and only thing we need to do is to check the color. Okay, this is the background color. Copy it and go to the block and click on styling and paste it as a background color. Then just go to the padding and give some padding like 10 top and 10 bottom. That is all we need. But there is some more margin, so what I can click on the block and give some more margin like 20 pixel. And then we have some images. Okay, so if I click, this is the image, so we can just click on export and export them as a whole frame. Then we can do is, let's make it 15. That we can do, click on add element, and then we can go to image and drag an image under add to cart and move this block under add to cart. Okay, click on the image, click on general, click on select image, click on select image, then click on add images and upload the payment icons that we have. Okay, so uploading image interface has changed a little bit in Pagefly recently. So click on select, click on done, go to styling and give some margin from the top like 10 pixel or 15 pixel. Go to general, click on no, and then click on this and make it center align. Then after that, you can just make it a little bit larger. As you can see, it should cross the icons, cross the text size. Okay, but not nothing more than that. So 440 will be good enough. So if I go to mobile version of it, it should work perfectly fine, right? But there should be some padding top and padding bottom, unless it will not look good, right? Okay, so this is perfect and this is looking good as well. And for the block, we can make it again 15. And now this section is completely done with mobile responsive. If we go to tablet, this is how it is looking. It can be justified, or it can be make it something little bit less, and let's make it left align. Or now let's click on the row and then make it one column. That will be fine and that will be good. and let's go to that, and let's flex start something like this, and click on the product add to cart, make it 0. Okay, so this how it looks good. Click the block, and everything should look fine. And let's may remove the margin, and for that as well, and go to mobile, and for mobile, uh, 20 will be good, no problem. Okay, okay, that is good. Now let's click save and publish. For that, click on Control Shift S in your keyboard, or click the save and publish button from the interface itself. Both way it will work. So now one of the most important section, which is dynamic product section, has been completed. Now we left with few other section, like this one, an FAQ section, and again another few images, right? This is a slider image. Okay, we already does slider already did. Then there is some images and headline and a button. This type of things we already did before, if you remember. So we can copy paste few of the elements here, right? The buttons, headline, and everything we did before. So things will be easier for us from the place we already have. So now let's focus on the next section in the next video. So in this part of the Figma to Shopify masterclass, we will continue from the next section. So we've completed until the dynamic product area, and now we have this section, and maybe this will be the last part of this series. So now let's begin, because many of the things we already did. Now we have to make those sliders things, and other than that, so you can see this is the frame. So first of all, we'll need those images to be exported. So I'll select the frame and click on export. Same goes for this one, and these are videos, I think. Okay, so videos will be played when these images will be clicked. These are videos. So we'll see how we can do that. So let's click on that frame, and then there is a background color, right? For that frame, for this frame there is a background color, which is, what is the background color here? So let me pick it from here. So this is the background color used in that area, and then there is a headline which is 48. So now let's go to Pagefly. I think this type of headline we already used in the top 44, 48, something similar. So now let's click on layout and take a section under this one, right? So it is already taken. Click on the section, and now let's go to background and paste the code here. So the code has not been copied, so let's go back here, and we have taken it with this Chrome extension, right? Pick color picker panel. I think this is the color we have picked, right? So come here and paste it here. So it is pasted. Now we need this headline, so click on duplicate and drag this into that section. Okay, and then we need this headline. So I will copy it and then come here, Control A, Control V. Now you will find some issue, so we'll solve that issue, no problem. Then we have the starts and the icons. Okay, get inspired by your customer stories, this type of things. And for this we will copy that block of the area and then drag that under the headline. And other than that, what we will do, I will come here, and you can see it is display block, so we'll make it display. Flex, instead of flex we will make it block, and then we'll make them center align. Then for this paragraph, I will remove the margin from here, and then we'll make it also center align, just like that. Then this will look good, right? And for this block we can increase some margin from top, so that will be fine, right? And for this paragraph we can also do the same with some margin from top, for giving some space. Then we have this with some background color and text, right? So for this, what we need to do, we need to click on, we'll duplicate that paragraph, and let me show you what I duplicated. That, click on styling, and then in the background I will paste the background code, and under that I will go and make it inline. Okay, so the background will take place of the text, available text. Okay, it will not go from whole page. Okay, then we'll go to padding and give some padding here, top and bottom and left and right. Okay, left and right, just like this. And then the margin will not work, so we need to go to the above element and give some margin bottom. Okay, now it will work. And we need this text, so copy it and then come here, and then we need to paste it. Okay, and if the spacing is not that much, we can go here and increase it a little bit more, just like that, maybe 10 and 10. So let's make it 10 and 10. And then there will be some border, right? So let's go back and give some border in the side, then just decrease it just like this. Okay, and then from that we need to go here and then increase the margin a bit more, so this will look perfect. Okay, and this can be linked to a button or linked to a page. Okay, now we can see there is some videos and it is in the slider mode, right? So how we can add that? So adding that will be very easier. I need to take another elements and then another section here. The reason I am doing this, because in the section we need to make it fixed with yes, we need to make it no. Okay, and for that we need to control the width, because as you can see the headline will be distributed in two line. So if I just decrease it, it will be in the two line, just like that. So that will be much better, right? And from the top we can increase the top padding. What was the here, it was 50, so we can do the same here, give it 50 in the top. And then here is the slider. So for the slider this will be videos. So what we need to do, we need to click on add element, and then we need to go to slideshow, and from slideshow we'll take blank slides. Okay, just like this. And then from there we need to click add item, minimum 6 will be there, right? And displayed, there will be 4 displayed. Okay, and under each column we'll click on add element and add a video. Okay, add a video. What the video? Video will be HTML video, and then we need to upload the video. Okay, right now we don't have any video, but we can upload a video. And for the cover, what we can do, we can choose a image, and the image is those images that we are seeing. Okay, these are the images that will be showed as a cover image. Okay, and play button maybe will be missing. So as you can see, play button is not among those, was not the part of that, so it will be missing. So I'll click on it and click on done, and as you can see, this how it is load with play button, so no problem. So then we can just duplicate it and drag it under that column, duplicate, drag it under drag it under the next column. Then we have more slider, right? We have more slider, so I'll duplicate another HTML video, drag it into the next column and duplicate it and drag it into the next column. Then there will be some spacing, so I'll click on it, go here, and here is the item spacing, so we'll increase it to at least 15, right? And partial display partial item, this how it will look, just like that. We can see the partial items from the right side, right? And this looks right perfect, but we need this section, go to that section, go to styling and take that background color to here as well. So paste it here, so this will be perfect. Okay, and in the mobile it will be only one to be showed. Okay, only one to be showed. And for that we can click on it, and we can just decrease the minus margin from here, this will good. Okay, and then we can just click this block and then make it center align, click this paragraph and make it center align as well. And for this we can just decrease the padding, and from there we can also decrease the padding from the top. Okay, that's look perfect. Now we have few more things like a button and this is I think already done here. So what we need to do is we need to go to the top, and then we need to copy that row, duplicate it, and then drag it under this one. Okay, and for the section we can make it 50 from the bottom, right? This will be fine. And if you go to mobile, let's see how it looks. So it looks in the neck to neck, so we need to just decrease it, I think, a bit more. And for that row, I think we can um, decrease the margin just like this. So this will be good. Okay, so now you can see it is also perfectly working. So now let's click Ctrl Shift S or save. Ctrl Shift S will publish the page instantly, right? So now let's see how it looks. So this section is also completed. Then we have a FAQ section, which is also very easy to do, I think. So if I scroll down, as you can see, it is already there and these are already working, and upon clicking, video will be played, but video size is smaller, so this why this issue is showing. So now let's go back to these elements, click on and then drag a new section. Okay, now a new section, click on the styling and then paste it here. And from that, let's go here and give some 50 top, 50 bottom padding. And from heading, let's drag this under here. Okay, and then go to here and click on this, and this is, and now let's click control. Okay, paste it. And now we have FAQ, right? So for FAQ, we need to click on add element and take the accordion. Okay, accordion. So now let's drag accordion here, and then we need to give some margin. Okay, and then for that we need to click on right side of it, and from the questions, no icon should not be showed. And for that we need to take the pop-ins, and the pop-in should be 20 pixel, and then it should be semi bold, right? Should be semi bold, and also there will be spacing from the bottom 15 pixel, and then there will be some border as well. So go here and give some border, and the border color should be more nothing more than 2 pixel, right? Okay, and then we have some paragraphs headline. Okay, so click on it, and then it will be some questions and answer. And for the answer, the paragraph size will be whatever we are using in the top, right? And this paragraph, so we'll drag that one, and the answer will be there. No, it should not work because it is a product description. So we can just take this paragraph from here and drag that under this one as answer. Okay, and from that, let's make it left align. Let's make it 20 pixel and 20 pixel, and let's delete the margins because it will not work. Okay, okay, good. And from that, let's add give some margin bottom. Now let's click this accordions, and let's give some margin 35. And for the accordions, let's delete and let's duplicate it. So let's duplicate let's duplicate, right? So this is how it should work. So as you can see, it is working perfectly. And then we have again two buttons. So same like before, we need to just duplicate that row and drag that under the FAQ. Okay, and that is absolutely fine. So if we see it in mobile, it should work perfectly fine, but only things we need to decrease is 30 pixel, and 30 pixel should be top and bottom. Okay, okay, it should not be 30, so it should remove to 0. Okay, it should be removed to 0. And for that, For this 2020, for this it is also 3030. Okay, so this is good, this is good. And if we go to the tablet, what we can do, we can just make it block just like that. And for this, we can go to slideshow and make item display to 3 and this to 15, right? So this will be good, and this will be good as well. And for desktop, there should not be any problem, but there is problem. So let's make it 4, let's make it 15. Okay, so this looks perfect. Okay, this is looking good, good. Okay, perfect. So click on Control Shift S to save. Now if we see the next one, this is not a slideshow. If we see the mobile version, this is how it looks in mobile version as well. So this is not a slideshow, this is a single image. This is a single image. So we'll click on that frame and then export that as a whole image. Okay, and other than that, as you can see, everything is pretty much the same. So what you can do, you can come here, click on that and click on duplicate, and then we can just add an image. So I'll click on add element and go to image and drag that image here, and then go to general, select image, and then click on upload and upload that image. But one other thing is it should be full width. Okay, so let us give this image an upload. So click on it, click on done, and then click on no. Now it will be full width. Now click on it and remove it to 0. Okay, and then for this, click on the section, click on duplicate, and then just delete these items from here. Click on accordions, delete it, and click on the row, delete it, and come to the new section that we have duplicated and click on yes. And now delete that image, and then there will be this headline should come here, and this accordions should get deleted as well. Okay, accordion should get deleted, and then there is some headline. So click on it, copy it, come here, paste it, and then also there will be some paragraph, right? And for the paragraphs, let's us just duplicate that paragraph and then drag it under this. Okay, drag it under this. So click on it, control a, control V, and then paste it just like that. And then overall click on it, 1F, 1F, let's make it black. And then I think the headline size is quite large, it is 72. So click on styling, make it 70. Okay, let's go here and also increase the font line height. Click the click it and also increase the margin. And as you can see, get your tip all today, click on it and click on the buttons and go here, control a, control V. And for the section, let's decrease the max width, okay, to 900. Okay, so it will be in the two line and also it get smaller. So as you can see, this is perfect. And now we just left with the logo that is already added in the top, right? Left with the logo that is already added in the top. So click on the add element and then click on the image and drag an image or a row under that, and click on select image, and we will find the logo here. Click on done, click on no, and then click on styling, make it center align. And for that row, just give some margin from top like 30. And then we need some paragraphs, we need some paragraphs to show our copywriting text. So click on it, duplicate that, and then drag this under the, and then control a, control V, then we can paste those links here. And for this we don't need this type of bottom, so I will just make it 15. And for this also we need to remove this to 0. Okay, we need to remove this to 0, and for this we need to remove this from 0 as well. So this how it looks. Okay, now if I go to mobile, let's see mobile. Let's make it 0. Okay, let's make it 0 as well, and let's click this row and remove this column spacing also. And for the section, let's make it 0, and for this let's make it 0. Now not 0, let's make it 15, and for this let's make it 15 or 10. Okay, and for the logo, let's click on no, let's make it 100. Okay, 100. uh, Here as well. Here should be 130. 130 will be good. And for this, this looks good. This looks good. And for this also looks good. So these are perfect. So now as you can see, everything is completed with 100% mobile responsive. So unlike 20% off. So what about those buttons? So these buttons will redirect people to that area. So we'll click that section and go to general, and then we'll click on more setting and change the section name to section dynamic. Okay, so why you did that? Now we'll go to each of the buttons and then click on the buttons, and then click action, it will click on scroll action, which section to scroll, section dynamic. And we will do the same things, scroll to section, which section, scroll dynamic. And then goes for this, scroll to section, scroll to section, scroll dynamic. So I'll click on Ctrl Shift S to show you how this works. Currently if we click any buttons, it does not work, right? It is disabled, there is no linking going on. But if we scroll to set up the scroll to section, and then it will work perfectly. Okay, and now let's give us some time to save the page. Okay, so click on view live page, and now if I click that button, it will scroll to that particular section. As you can see, the color is not going well, so click on it, go to color and choose the black itself. Okay, choose the black itself. So now color will be black, no problem. Black, 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 everything is black. So now click on Ctrl Shift S, and this problem will be solved for now. Okay, okay, so that is good, and we have done that, and with everything mobile responsive, right? So we have taken 1300 pixel. Okay, right, for those. So let's take that for other sections as well. So let's click on this, and let's click on that as well. 1300. Now this should not be 1300, this should not be 1300, this should not be 1300. So click on Ctrl Shift S to fix the width issue, right? So let's wait until it gets saved. So everything has been perfectly done. So view live page, and now if we scroll down, we'll see it is already black, so working perfectly. And this is also working perfectly. Price is changing. If you click buy now, it will go to the cart page. This is going to the checkout page because you have clicked the checkout. And this is also working perfectly, right? It is also working perfectly. FAQ is also working. So this button should be linked to the dynamic area. Okay, so everything has been done with completely mobile responsive. So this is the end of the series from Figma to Shopify using Pagefly. So if you have any other questions, please do let me know, and for any other project, contact me in my email.